Imagine this. It's the 1920s in Oklahoma. You are wealthy beyond measure, one of the richest people in the world. Oil literally flows from the ground beneath your land. Your bank account just keeps growing month after month. Your family lives in sprawling mansions, you drive luxury cars, and you dress in the latest Parisian fashion. But there's a shadow lurking. Your neighbors are dying. Friends just vanish. There are house fires, mysterious illnesses, and deaths that always seem to benefit someone outside your family. And every single time someone dies, a white person inherits your wealth. You go to the authorities, but they do nothing. You hire private investigators, and they disappear too. You write to Washington, but nobody replies. Because in America, you're not supposed to be rich, you're Native American, and that has made you a target. This is the true story of the Osage Murders, a conspiracy so dark and so vast that it became the FBI's first major homicide case. And the most shocking part? Most of the killers walked free. Let's go back to the 1870s. The Osage Nation was forcibly removed from their homelands by the U.S. government. They were given a piece of land that was considered worthless. It was rocky, barren, and completely unfit for farming. But the government was wrong. Beneath that supposedly useless land lay a massive reserve of oil enough to make the Osage the richest people per capita in the entire world. By the 1920s, a single Osage family could make the equivalent of hundreds of thousands of dollars per year today. The world started calling them the richest Indians in the world, and all that wealth painted a giant target on their backs. In a supposed act of protection, the government declared the Osage incompetent to manage their own money. Every single individual was assigned a white guardian to control their wealth. These guardians often stole, schemed, or did much worse. But for some, just stealing wasn't fast enough. They wanted death. The killing started quietly in 1921. A man named Charles Whitehorn was found shot dead. The authorities ruled it an accident. Then, a young and wealthy woman named Anna Brown disappeared. Her body was found weeks later in a ravine. She'd been murdered, execution style. Her sister, Mollie Burkhart, felt the world shifting beneath her feet. Soon after Anna's death, their mother fell ill with a strange, wasting sickness and died. Then, their other sister, Rita Smith, and her husband were killed in a massive explosion that completely destroyed their home. Even the family's house servant died in the blast. All the while, Mollie's own husband, a white man named Ernest Burkhart, seemed completely devoted to her. But slowly, secretly, he was poisoning her under the guise of giving her medicine. Every day, she grew weaker. Every day, she became more uncertain of who she could possibly trust. The fear wasn't just around them anymore, it lived inside them. Every letter that arrived, every visitor who knocked on the door could mean death. If this story is keeping you on the edge of your seat, hit that like button now and subscribe for more chilling true stories. And comment below, could you survive if everyone around you wanted you dead for your money? The architect of this entire nightmare was Ernest's uncle, William K. Hale. He was a wealthy, respected cattleman, a self-proclaimed friend to the Osage. But it was all a mask. Hale's plan was simple and absolutely horrifying: have white men marry into wealthy Osage families, then kill off the Osage family members one by one, and finally inherit everything. Hale bribed sheriffs, judges, and doctors. He hired local criminals and outlaws as his hitmen. When anyone got too close to the truth, private investigators, honest oilmen, they died in convenient accidents or suicides. No one was safe. The killers blended into society perfectly, smiling at their victims in the daylight while planning their murders in the shadows. By the mid-1920s, dozens of Osage were dead. The period became known as the Reign of Terror. Houses exploded. Poison claimed the sick and the elderly. Murders were consistently ruled as accidental or natural causes. Families watched their loved ones vanish without a trace. Marriage was no longer a safe institution. It became a potential death sentence. Courtship was a gamble with your life. Even supposed allies were suspect. Fear was a constant, suffocating presence. One Osage woman whispered something that captured the terror of the time. To marry a white man is to invite death into your home. Finally desperate, the Osage Tribal Council begged Washington for help. And at last, J. Edgar Hoover's brand new Bureau of Investigation intervened. They sent a team of undercover agents into the town, posing as cattle ranchers, insurance salesmen, and even herbalists. Slowly and very carefully, they began to uncover a vast network of conspiracy and murder, all orchestrated by William Hale and his associates. The truth was far worse than anyone had imagined. The web of murder, bribery, and betrayal ran deep into the heart of the community. Hale had built a death empire disguised as friendship. If you're fascinated by this dark piece of history, make sure to subscribe right now so you don't miss what happens next. And leave a comment with what you think of Hale's diabolical conspiracy. The trial that followed exposed some of the truth, but not all of it. Hale and his nephew Ernest were convicted, but only for a handful of the murders. Most of the conspirators, the corrupt guardians, the complicit sheriffs, the bribed judges walked free. Mollie Burkhart survived the poisoning, but she was scarred for life. Her entire family was gone. Her own husband had slowly tried to kill her, and the justice she received was only partial. Even with the FBI's intervention, the system had ultimately failed the Osage people. Their wealth was stolen, their lives were destroyed, and most of the perpetrators went unpunished. This story, the Osage Murders, was deliberately forgotten for decades. Schools didn't teach it. History books ignored it, and the system that enabled it persisted. This wasn't just a series of crimes. It was a mechanism of racial oppression, where wealth, race, and law combined to turn human greed into state-sanctioned murder. The shadow of that conspiracy still lingers over the land today. Mollie Burkhart died at the age of 50, haunted by betrayal and the long-term effects of the poison. William Hale, the mastermind, was eventually paroled and died a free man, respected by some, his full crimes forgotten by justice. Ernest Burkhart also served his time and lived quietly for decades after his release. America simply chose to look away. But history remembers. The Osage Murders weren't just about oil. They were about fear, betrayal, and the darkest extremes of human greed. To the Osage people who were murdered for their wealth and to the families who were denied justice, we remember. If this story shocked you, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more dark historical stories that need to be told. Let us know in the comments how you think you would survive in a world where greed becomes murder. Thanks for watching.